Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Lenoir County where there has been a vehicle fire and that has led to icy road conditions. Lenoir County Emergency Service officials say the westbound lane of Interstate 42 towards Raleigh is closed. Emergency Services says NCDOT crews are on the scene and they're cleaning up after firefighters work to put out a vehicle fire. Crews say there was significant icing on the road after the fire was extinguished, of course, due to the use of water and very cold temperatures. Now, westbound traffic heading towards Goldsboro is being detoured at the Wayne County exit 370. Now, drivers are asked to be cautious and expect delays and potentially even find alternative routes. Officials do not have an estimated time for when the road will reopen. Now, we also want to turn our attention to some other possible traffic delays that are going to be happening in Pitt County today. Police say the filming of a production will be taking place in the area of Regency Boulevard and Memorial Drive throughout the day. A helicopter will be used in the area for production purposes, and residents may see increased law enforcement presence and aircraft activity. Police say officers will be on scene while filming to assist with traffic control and security. Roads will not close for this planned production, but police say there may be brief traffic delays in the area. And now we also want to, again, sticking with travel and delays, we turn our attention now to air traffic. As NBC's Tom Costello has more on how the winter weather has affected travel across the country and what you should expect over the coming days.
At airports across the country this morning, airlines are trying to bounce back from Sunday, which saw the most flight cancellations in a single day since the beginning of the COVID pandemic. More than 6,000 flights canceled, 7,500 delays on Monday alone, after a stunning 11,000 cancellations Sunday, as a lack of airport staff hinders the recovery.
A lot of our airport workers are having trouble getting in as well, so we're navigating that, and we're hoping by midweek we're going to be back to normal.
Travelers nationwide feeling the frustration.
The next flight available is Wednesday at 7 p.m.
The nationwide rebound comes as investigators are searching for clues into what caused a private jet to crash Sunday night less than a minute after it was cleared for takeoff.
Aircraft upside down. We have a passenger aircraft upside down.
All 6 people on board died. The pilot, 47-year-old Jacob Hosmer, whose father confirmed his death to our Houston affiliate, KPRC. And overnight, the county commissioner identified Tara Arnold, a mother and wife of one of the plane's owners. The plane was a Bombardier Challenger 600, the same model that crashed in icing conditions in Colorado in 2004, killing the 14-year-old son of NBC Sports executive Dick Ebersol. On Sunday, the temperature at the Bangor airport was just 2 degrees, with light snow beginning to fall, but the airport was open. The authorities there say planes were being de-iced. And while it's unknown if this plane was treated or not, minutes before the crash, another pilot questioned on the radio if the de-icing fluid was working.
I don't know what blew over at the end of the runway, but the visibility dropped and it stuck to us like there was nothing there.
And again, that was Tom Costello reporting. Let's now turn to our forecast here in eastern North Carolina, and it is cold outside right now. We may warm up a little bit from today into tomorrow, but by a little bit, I'm talking about maybe a couple degrees. It's not going to be back anywhere close to our seasonal average. Normal this time of year is right around the mid to upper 50s, and right now, walking out your door, you're looking at the mid to upper 20s. It is frigid out there right now, and the winds coming in at about 5 miles an hour are packing a punch. Right now it feels like 21 despite your thermometer showing up at 27 degrees. Now, Tina Lancaster's already asked a question. Quick to the point. I know we're still far out from Saturday, but is the forecast calling for significant amount of snow? Tina, right now we model guidance. Again, this is for, I know, going to be more than just for Tina who are wondering this. Right now, model guidance is pointing towards a classic snowfall setup for eastern North Carolina. We have got cold air that is looking like it is going to be locked in place. We are not going to be getting warm until we get to the middle of next week. So we will have one of those main ingredients needed for snowfall to occur. Now, there is still uncertainty with how much moisture we could potentially see with an area of low pressure that will be developing off the coast of Georgia and South Carolina as we head through Wednesday and Thursday. So right now, getting an accurate read on exactly what we could potentially see as far as amounts go, still too early. What I can say is, again, that models have pointed towards, I wouldn't use the word significant, because again, that can be taken out of context. But we are looking again at measurable and impactful snowfall for eastern North Carolina this coming weekend. Now, models, of course, can change. If that low pressure system moves a little bit further off to the east, that will rob eastern North Carolina of some of its moisture, and it will decrease snowfall potential across the area and snowfall amounts. If that low pressure system decides to go the other way, move a little bit further west, then it will increase our moisture content, but it will start to introduce a little bit more warm air off of the Atlantic into eastern North Carolina, creating more of a headache for ice, but more so rain out of this system, if again that happens. So I want everybody to know that we again are keeping a close eye on it. We don't want to give anybody wrong information. And right now there's still too big of a range of possibilities to confidently tell you guys that, okay, we are or we aren't going to see, as Tina mentioned, significant snowfall. Yes, it does look like this weekend is our best opportunity, even compared to last week at this time. This week again is showing up with more of a classic snowfall signature and setup that we normally expect to see snow out of in eastern North Carolina than what we had last week. Last week, again, it was kind of a unique thing. We ended up seeing two areas of low pressure form, and that again brought more warm air into the east, and then those lows moved north of us, and then it was pretty much just over from that point on. But we found out about that double low on Wednesday. Again, that was a weekend system. This weekend, we're looking kind of at the same timing, maybe a little bit sooner on Saturday. We could possibly see some wintry precipitation come down. So maybe it's coming in about 12 hours earlier. But again, we weren't confident in that forecast until we hit really Wednesday was when we finally started to see the real solutions, the actual path of that low pressure system and the splitting of the low happening. So again, right now we're on Tuesday. Coming up tomorrow, I think we'll have an even better read on it. By Thursday, I think we'll have an accurate enough picture based on the fact that the low will have formed, and we'll have at least, I'd say, 18 to 24 hours of good model reading on exact track of that system. And that will give us an opportunity to start giving you guys amounts. Who's going to see what? Where are we going to see potentially the highest amount of snow? Who's going to see the least amount of snow? Who may not see snow at all? So as far as timing goes, again, I hate to be the one to say, hold on, guys. Hold on, we've got to pump the brakes. But right now, again, we are looking, I think, at a snow event this coming weekend. Amounts still, again, vary widely in terms of possibility, but it is something, again, we're going to be really kind of focusing on and narrowing down through Wednesday and Thursday. By the time we get to Thursday evening, we will certainly have an accurate snowfall map out there for you guys, if, again, the area of low pressure holds on its current track. But let's get back to your forecast again. I know that's kind of the big concern is what are we looking at this coming weekend? And over the next several days, it's going to be just straight up cold air. And that only makes us more confident in the possibility of snow because that air is going to stay cold. Ground temperatures are going to be staying cold. Yeah, we'll see ground temps, pop up above freezing each afternoon, but with these temperatures right now, pretty safe to assume that ground temperatures are, well, below freezing. Right now, most of us are sitting in the mid-20s, some of us in the upper 20s. Warmest spot on the map is Stumpy Point, 31 degrees. Still wouldn't consider that warm as it is below freezing. But northwesterly winds early on today will again help push that colder air over the region. Right now, wind speed's not all that impressive, about 5 to 10 miles an hour. But again, we will see those winds shift later on today, giving us more of a southwesterly breeze. That's really not going to heat us up a whole bunch. What it's really going to do, it's going to slow down our heat loss through this evening. So we're not going to get quite as cold tomorrow morning as where we found ourselves earlier this morning. But it's still going to be cold. 21 degrees at 7, 23 at 8, 26 by 9, still below freezing at 10 a.m. It is just a cold, cold forecast coming up tomorrow afternoon. Highs likely getting into the upper 30s to low 40s. Looking at mostly sunny skies for your Wednesday. And again, Wednesday, we will have a better read on that snowfall system. So here's kind of a look at, again, what we've got going on. Area of high pressure, again, going to be fading as it moves off the coast. And then we've got a cold front that's going to be drifting its way through eastern North Carolina, only reinforcing that cold air that is needed in order to get snowfall to fall. But again, I really want to highlight that the moisture that we're going to see on Saturday and Sunday comes from an area of low pressure that has yet to form. So getting an accurate read on the path and strength of that low right now is still variable. We're seeing a wide range of possibilities as far as position goes and overall strength. We've had models suggest that this area of low pressure could get down to, as far as pressure readings go. Last night I was looking at the Euro and it's like 971 millibars. That's going to really, really ramp up winds across eastern North Carolina for both Saturday and Sunday. So again, even if it does not snow, it is going to be a windy, and if it doesn't snow, then it's going to be a wet mess. But it's also, again, going to be very cold. So keep that in mind. Right now, I would anticipate snowfall coming down on Saturday, possibly exiting around midday on Sunday. And the snow, anything that, again, sticks to the ground, which I think will be most everything that falls from the sky, is going to be sticking around through Sunday into Monday. Groundhog Day right now looking like a bit of a snowy mess, but we will see how things progress over the next few days. Yeah, Tina, it's North Carolina. We never know exactly. We don't know exactly until it's exactly happening. That's pretty much the status of North Carolina weather. You know that one day it can be summer, the next day it can be winter, and then who knows, you're back into spring. This week, though, it's safe to say that winter is here. It's not going anywhere. And we may again see some spring coming up as we head into February. But over the next 8 days, again, keep those jackets ready. Well, I do want to say thank you again to Tina again for asking the question I know that everybody is asking. Even before I came on live onto the First Alert desk, I had people at the station asking, okay, what are we looking at for this weekend? Are we looking at 1 to 2 inches of snow, or are we looking at something more? And again, I had to tell even them that there is still too great of a range of possibilities to give anyone any useful information about this weekend, other than the fact that snow at this point is looking likely. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. But we will have, again, more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. For now, that's all we have time for your 10 a.m. news and weather update. We'll be back right here on the First Alert desk coming up at 11. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday.